Ritwik was an ordinary guy who lost his parents in a car accident when he was barely an adult. He had learnt to live life the hard way and without any support whatsoever. After living on his own terms for 8 long years, a Sunday walk changed his life. He went to the park. It was a sunny winter Sunday morning. Just as he was leaving, he saw the 2 most beautiful women giggling away on the swing. Not aware of the world, he approached with caution and hesitantly complimented, "You both have wonderful smiles. Is she your niece?" As he blurted that, he realized that he might have intruded in their personal life. Feeling a tad bit guilty for assuming she was her aunt, she looked too young to be her mother. He turned around. She said, "Thanks, she's my daughter." Normally Ritwik wouldn't continue a conversation with strangers, but somehow they seemed different. He politely mentioned, her father must be a very lucky guy for having such beautiful women in his life. She interrupted to correct him and said, "I'm not married. I'm a single mother. She's legally mine." At that moment, on pure instinct, and which most people would term as foolishness, Ritwik got down on one knee. "I don't know your names, but as crazy as this may sound, I've fallen for you. Will you both be my better half?" The girl stopped the swing, picked her baby, and right when Ritwik thought he had done the most foolish thing ever, she carefully knelt down and said, "My name is Maya. This is Gia, and yes, we will." He was speechless. They both got up and walked to his home, exchanging notes on the simple lives they had. He formally asked her parents, and they had instantly said yes, since they had always feared no one would marry their daughter, a young girl of 21 who had adopted a girl child. Maya and Ritwik got married the next day. Simple registered marriage, followed by a reception for a family and friends. Years passed and they lived happily. But when Gia was 21, they lost Maya in a car accident. Ritwik had never felt the need to have a kid of his own with Maya, and so it was just Gia and him, and somehow they managed to fill the void for each other. Gia was 26 now. It had been 5 years already. He saw so much of Maya in his daughter. The confidence, the independence, the courage. It was a Sunday. Gia was getting married to Nitesh. Ritwik liked him. He missed Maya a lot in the last few days, wondering if he was doing things the right way. Gia was anxious too, not just because she was getting married, but something else was bothering her. However, Nitesh could gather, and he knew it wasn't the wedding jitters. Just before leaving, he took Gia's hand, turned, went back to where Ritwik stood feeling all alone again, knelt down and said, "Dad, will you be our better half?" Gia and Ritwik hugged Nitesh, and they all cried and laughed as their guests looked at them in shock. He said yes. His life had come to a full circle.